Hey guys, this is Mike from BTech Reviews here, and today we take a look at and unbox the TCL 30V 5G. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So this is going to be a little difficult for me because I do have a broken clavicle bone, so I am just using one arm for the unboxing today, which is my right arm. Unfortunately, I did hurt myself, and I did get into a car or a little motorcycle accident this past week, so bear with me here while I'm doing this unboxing video for you guys. But again, today we take a look at the TCL 30V 5G. Again, shout out to TCL for sending this out to me. Want to give them major props. They've sent me about maybe like 6 phones since they've started sending me phones, and as you can see there in the background, I have the TCL 20 Pro 5G and the TCL 30 XC. So the phone we're looking at today, again, is the TCL 30V 5G, which is pretty much Verizon's variant of that phone over there, which I want to say it's going to be similar specs. But let's just take a look at the box here really quick. So let's take a look at the side here. As you can see here, it has a 6.67 FHD Plus display. It has a 2 GHz quad octa-core processor. I'm used to saying quad-core processor. We do have a 50 megapixel rear camera. Wow, that's going to be interesting. And 128 gigabytes of internal storage, 4 gigabytes of RAM, and looks like a 4500 milliamp battery. And this is powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon processor. And let's take a look at the back here. If I can get this to focus. Again, I'm using one hand here. So again, that looks a little bit better. So again, it says the TCL 30V 5G, what's in the box, pre-installed 5G SIM card, 18-watt charging, fast charging. It is USB Type-C, a SIM ejector tool, and a quick reference guide. So let's go ahead and get this unboxed here, guys. Again, I'm going to be using only one hand here, so I do apologize for any inconveniences here. Let's go ahead and just move the camera down. I am using a tripod. So again, there's the phone itself. Let's go ahead and pop it out. Again, I'm only able to use one hand here, and it looks like it's wrapped up in one of these little nice sleeves. I think I should be able to just slide it out gently. And the cool thing about these sleeves is if you plan to sell or, give the phone away later on, you can always reuse those. So again, here's the phone itself. It's actually a lot bigger than the TCL XE. So again, you can see here that it's got somewhat of a polycarbonate back here. It's a little bit nicer looking than you would see on the XE version of the device, which again, that is the T-Mobile variant. And again, let's just kind of give you guys an example here of what that version looks like. It's about the same size. The phone's currently not on, but again, if we can compare the two here side by side, you can see here they're pretty much the same size phone. Again, just this one being T-Mobile variant and that one being, of course, the T-Mobile variant. You see here that TCL is labeled on the bottom right, which in this new device that I have here, you can see here that it's planted right there in the middle, right by that fingerprint sensor. And again, a 50 megapixel camera, pretty interesting to see and hopefully test out later on. Again, you got that 5G branding on the bottom. I do not believe this is an ultra wideband phone, but we'll see. Let's go ahead and get this turned on for you guys so you guys can see the little intro screen here. Here you go, TCL. Powered by Android. I'm going to assume it's running Android 12 or even Android 11 at this point, because again, TCL, if I can mention one thing about them, is they're not very known to, have the latest version of Android, but the thing about them is they will go ahead and, update and give you security patches, etc. like that. Check this out. Again, I'm getting that nice Verizon screen over here. Not a heavy phone, to say the least. Let's go ahead and take a look at the bottom portion of it. You see here that it's got the two speaker grills at the bottom, and on the top right of the phone, you guys can see that it does have your power button with your volume rockers. On the back, of course, you have your fingerprint sensor, which I've always been a fan of these type of fingerprint sensors. They're fast, they get the job done. One thing I can say is the camera. I mean, the camera housing, which is very square, very Samsung-like. Again, a lot of people go with these box cutouts over here. It's very shiny and it kind of stands out. I kind of like it. So again, it looks nice. On the left hand side, really nothing. You just have the SIM card tray on the top left and really nothing over here. I'm surprised that phones that are like in this big of category, please wait while we prepare your phone, okay, do not have I guess, I would like to see dedicated camera buttons, or if you're gonna sell phones this big at this point, you know what I mean. You might as well have some sort of like dedicated buttons that you can use for gaming, especially like on the top left. Like let's say I'm gaming and you're playing a shooter or something like that. You want to do that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this phone set up really quick, guys, and then we'll be right back. Okay. All right, guys, so I got the phone set up, and one thing I can tell you right away from this phone is that the screen is very nice. The phone seems to be very snappy also. Again, I'm not sure what processor is in this phone, right? But I can tell you right away that the screen is very nice, and that goes back to TCL having this thing called Next Vision, right? Next Vision is a feature that allows you to enhance the image that's on the screen, right? Makes it look a little bit nicer, and that's something that is pretty much plastered on most of their phones that they've I guess put out. And the cool part about it is you can actually change the settings, right? If it's too vivid for you, you can change it to a more natural look, right? Or you can go in there and change it yourself, right? I'll go ahead and leave it on vivid for now just because it looks kind of nicer that way. Let's go ahead and change this to dark mode, because you guys already know that dark mode is my thing right here. Let's go ahead and go to display, dark mode, turn on now. I'm not going to schedule a time. I want dark mode always. I don't know why there's even a light mode. That hurts my eyes after a while. Let's go ahead and change the font size. You guys know I'm blind also, so let's go ahead and just tweak with that a little bit. But again, for the most part, guys, again, this is a Verizon exclusive phone, and again, 6.6-inch screen. You guys know I'm not a huge fan of. Let me go ahead and turn off Wi-Fi just to see. I think this is running on the network, by the way. So I'll have to download speed test just to kind of give that a go, right? Again, this is running on my Verizon network down here, which again, the speed on that is probably not going to be super fast, since I've never had very fast speeds with Verizon or Visible. And again, I do want to thank TCL for sending this device out just because. But just a little bit more information about the device, guys, while we're waiting for this to load. Maybe the internet isn't working. I'm not 100% sure. Let's see. Tap to confirm Wi-Fi calling, yada yada yada. Setup complete. Okay, let's just clear out everything here. It's obviously downloading updates. So when you're setting up a phone, it's going to download specific updates, right? So it looks like I might not be having internet connectivity issues, even though this does have a SIM card installed. Let's just go ahead and do that for now. But again, a little more information about this device. From what I'm reading up, it's not an expensive phone. I believe it's around the $200 price point. And if you're going to Verizon, and you're just getting, you're trying to replace a device that's inexpensive, or you're not an iPhone person, right? And you want to make sure, and you want something that has a nice screen, has decent specs, this would be a route to go. One thing I can tell you really quick, and let me just go ahead and turn that off really quick, is I'm not a fan of the front-facing camera sensor. I think it looks kind of big, and it kind of sticks out. Again, maybe that's just me. There you go. That's going to be a little bit better viewing. There's a little bit of a hair there, but a fingerprint sensor works just fine. I think this does have face unlock also. Let's go ahead and try that. There we go. Face unlock. I didn't have my finger on the fingerprint sensor, and this is this color. I believe it's called a midnight gray. Let's go ahead and take a look at the bottom of the box here, just so you can see that really quick. Midnight gray. So again, and it's got a minimum memory of 128 gigabytes, which is pretty solid in my opinion. I think that's pretty good for anyone that wants to download games, and anyone that just wants to take some sort of video and pictures on your actual device. Again, I'm sorry, I only have one good hand to use this, so I'm using this little stand here, so I do apologize about that, guys. But again, for the most part, it's a very stylish looking phone. I mean, it's not thin. It's not thin to any stretch of the imagination. It is a big, bulky phone. I did fail to mention that it does have a headphone jack on top, so you don't have to just deal with wireless headphones like all the time, like with some of the newer flagship devices. And again, TCL, the last couple of years have been putting out pretty solid devices. I can't complain on their devices whatsoever. All the phones that they have sent me, they've worked. They have beautiful screens. Let's take a look at the well, I don't want to go to system updates. Let's go to the let's see, storage. It's only out of the box, it has 103 gigs of storage, so that's pretty good. 100 gigabytes of storage for a $200 phone. It's really hard to beat the price on some of these TCL devices, just because you get a good screen, you get pretty good cameras, you get snappy processors at the same time as well. Let's go ahead and take a look. I love this about these phones, by the way. Again, it's got a 1080p resolution main screen, 16 megapixel front camera. You have a 50 megapixel rear main camera with a 5 and then a 2. Again, I might have to go deep dive into the cameras a little bit later. It's going to be a little bit difficult for me to do any type of camera review since I do have a broken bone, so I don't know. It might be a couple weeks before I'm able to get out and do anything. According to this, if I can lift this up, it's got a Snapdragon 480, and I've never seen a Snapdragon 480 5G processor, so it's on the lower end of the Snapdragon line. And like I said, it's not even running Android 12; it's running Android 11, right? But it is running on TCL's UI version 3, so I believe that's their latest version. If anyone wants to get technical specs, that is the model number of the phone, right? So, you know, when you look at phones like this, guys, you know, you really have to look at the price point. And of course, this is a Verizon exclusive, so you're going to get a lot of bloatware out of the device. You know, I can see here all of these Verizon apps that, you know, really are just not necessary. I know Verizon offers a lot of these services. I don't know how many people use the services like, you know, the Verizon Cloud or their digital services or Capture or Call Filter. You know, Call Filter is something that, you know, you can probably just download a free app for. So, and again, you're going to get Google services out of the box as well, including Snapchat. Now, some of these, even though you see like TikTok and Snapchat there, even though they're there, when you click them, you still might have to download them. Of course, you're going to have my favorite app, YouTube, over here. And it's probably going to show that, you know, I posted videos. Dark theme is on. So again, you know, like me, I posted a video earlier. And again, I'm running on my Wi-Fi. I'm not sure if the SIM card that they sent me with this device is active. It says it does have an active SIM on it. But again, I'm not trying to get any copyright strikes with the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case here. But you can see here that this is my last video here that I did. Let's go ahead and just show that really quick. Getting ads over here. That's good. We're getting ads. Let's go ahead and skip that ad though. Hopefully I don't get. Let's get I guess an idea of how high the speaker is.
There's not a lot of major damage. Let's start with the mirror over here. As you can see here, the mirror does have a little bit of damage on this side. I think a portion of that little part cracked off. The handlebar, which again, you can tell that's where a lot of the impact kind of hit, along with my shoulder and my clavicle over here. Here is a portion of the brake handle, which...
So right now I can tell you, and just give you guys feedback on the actual screen here, is the screen is very sharp. You know, again, with the Next Vision, again, I can't complain. Like, if you tilt the screen or if you move it left and right, you're not really going to get like a bad or a phasey picture. That's one thing I can kind of tell you that I love about these TCL devices, right? Is you're going to get a good screen all the time with these devices, even on their cheaper devices. Again, a $200 device, you know, and again, you're getting almost a 7-inch. It's like a mini phablet if you guys think about it. So again, guys, you know, I just wanted to unbox and talk about the phone a little bit here. Obviously, you know, I'll have to see if I can get the SIM card to work, if that's an active thing. The person that sent it, I want to give a shout out to the people for TCL that do send these out. So again, big shout outs to you. And again, this is Verizon's exclusive TCL 30V. I'm excited to see if they're actually going to release a pro version of these devices. As like I said, TCL has a pro version right now, which is the TCL 20 Pro 5G. And again, this is their flagship. This phone is $500, guys. But again, this has a lot of goodies also. And I'll go ahead and link this the phone in the description for you guys to check out as well. The unlocked version of it, right? But these phones, some of them, again, like the TCL XE and again the TCL 30V 5G, which is this device, you know, they're good looking phones, and you know, they're gonna do what you need them to do. Now, of course, no, they're not gonna be super high end as far as like, you know, performance. You know, you might get a little bit of jank and a little bit of stutteriness here and there, right? But the point is that these phones are gonna work. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna have any issues using these devices. And again, I would turn on the main camera over here, the front camera, but again, I'm not wearing a shirt since I have a sling on. But let's just go ahead and take a quick pic over here. It's gonna have a little bit of stuff there. It seems to take pictures very quick. Not a very good picture, probably. Okay, I don't know why. And let's just zoom in there really quick again. And again, I wasn't focused on anything. Unfortunately, the camera has that little thing blocking it, so you're not going to get the full image of what I took there. You can see my cat's tail there in the background there, as you can see that. So again, a lot of cool little things about this phone that I will hopefully be able to share eventually later on. I doubt that this will shoot in 4K, but let's go ahead and just check that out. You never know, right? Again, let's see video quality. Yeah, so max video quality on this device is going to be 1080p 30 frames a second, which is pretty much the standard. Again, I remember back in the day you would get phones that the quality was about like I would say 720p max on their lower budget devices. So the fact that you're getting at least 1080 30 frames a second, and they add little features here and there on video. You can again use a wide angle, which the wide angle, you can tell obviously that the shot of that is not going to be very nice, but hey, it is what it is, right? But again, guys, I just wanted to kind of show you guys a little bit of features on this device. Again, for a 480 processor, it's a little snappy. Again, the phone is probably updating all their things right now, so most likely a lot of the times these phones stutter because of updates. And again, if I go over here to my app store, manage apps on the device, most likely it's probably going to ask me to update everything. So again, look, update all. So hasn't happened yet, but I can go ahead and update all. That's 26 apps that need to be updated, so I'll go ahead and do that. But in the meantime, again, guys, thank you again for watching the video. If you watched it this far, don't forget to smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you guys next time. And again, thanks again for watching the channel. Okay.